Hey everyone, it's TV Guy Jay with Stormforce Games here with a new offline series for the channel. We haven't yet come up with a name for this series, so send me your ideas, but what we have done is we've installed a couple of new map mods for American Truck that will allow us to travel all of the United States and Canada. We're also exploring the possibility of including Mexico at a later time, but for now, we'll have our work cut out for us here. We've set our company headquarters to Portland, Maine, right near where I live, and we'll be taking a trip today to Orlando, Florida. So come join us, and I hope you enjoy this brand new series. And of course, if you like what you see, be sure to check out Stormforce Games live on Twitch starting in June. You can get involved using any of these social media links. With that out of the way, let's get started. All right, so we are here at our garage in Portland, Maine. We're driving the Kenworth T680 in the Walmart colors. We're going to be going to pick up a trailer going to Houlton, Maine from Portland, just to explore up to the Canadian border. And then we'll be coming back down to Portland to pick up a trailer going to Orlando, Florida. So, without further ado, we're going to get started here. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll fuel the truck up before we get going here. Parking brake off. You can see my air pressure was still a little bit low, so I got that air warning again. So what we'll do is we'll actually just pull through the garage here. Turn our lights on for safety. Nice and easy, right around 5 to 7 miles an hour. Make the loop. Over this way. We'll pull up to the pumps now. If you don't know, in American Truck Simulator, if you upgrade your garage to a large garage, you will get your own fuel island over here. And the great thing about that is that it actually gives you a discount on fuel. The price is much lower than if you were to go to another diesel station somewhere else on the map. So it could be a money saver in the long run if you actually upgrade your garage and get that personal fuel island. You can see the diesel price here is $1.77 per gallon, which is very, very, very cheap. All right, truck is fueled up. DEF fluid and fuel are at 100%. And so we'll fire the truck up again here. We're in neutral. Checking our gauges here. Engine temperature looks good, right around 150. Oil pressure is just above 40 psi, and my air pressure is topped out at the governor cutoff, which is about 125 psi on the primary and secondary sides. So we will head on out to our first stop, which will be the local Walmart distribution center. This is where we'll pick up our trailer going to Houlton. Nice and easy pulling out of the yard here. We're going to make sure the traffic is coming. Already we run into somebody. Look at that. Because I wasn't quite paying attention. No worries. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. We'll also pretend I didn't stall the truck just then. And I'm driving the T680 with the 18-speed Eaton Fuller transmission, so I've got to go through all the gears here. Normally what I'll do is I'll stick to the even gears, just because going through every single gear is kind of, well, not really necessary. Pull into the yard here at the Walmart warehouse. And we'll stop on the marker to see what they have to offer us for jobs here. We're going to do freight market. And here are our jobs. You can see right here, Houlton, we're going to be hauling 34,000 pounds of toys from Portland, Maine to Houlton, Maine. Going to be going from Walmart to Walmart. They're going to pay us about $10,000 for that. We do have some trailer selections here. We could do doubles. We could do a reefer. I don't know why you'd need to haul a refrigerated trailer full of toys, but they also have refrigerated doubles, just regular doubles, insulated doubles. So we're just going to go with a regular dry van since it's toys, and we'll pick the what looks to be the 53-foot trailer with the forward tandems and the aerodynamic fins on it. We'll choose that trailer. And that trailer, you know, actually, I believe they pay you more if you take doubles. Let's take a look here. $10,650 compared to $10,303. So you only really make like $300 more if you haul doubles, and I will pass on hauling the doubles. So we'll take the 34,000 pounds of toys from Portland to Houlton here, up 95. Some of which is the main turnpike. So our trailer is ready. We are going to go ahead and find this trailer, which actually is back there. So I'll drive out behind the warehouse here, turn around and go back. Some of these warehouses have loading docks both up front and out back, usually for receiving, and one is for shipping. So interesting that there's a Best Buy trailer here. So we'll just do a nice little loop. Now I don't have head tracking on this computer. I don't have a head tracking system, so I have the view set to turn with the steering wheel, but sometimes I have to use the mouse to look around, so I apologize if it's a little jerky. There's our trailer right there at Dock 4. So what we're going to do is get lined up here to connect to this trailer. And I have advanced trailer connections turned on. Make sure our warning lights are on. We'll try to get this on the first go. Right there. Set our brake. We'll couple the trailer. Turn our engine brake on now that we have a load, and everything looks good. We'll check our trailer brakes as we pull away here. Yep, trailer brakes work. Stalled the engine trying to pull away. All right, away we go. Now this is a 53-foot dry van, so this is a very long trailer. To be extra careful. Trying to maneuver. And I have to make a right-hand turn here. So we're going to pull right up here to the gate and inch our way out. It looks like traffic is clear coming from my left. We have a truck coming from the right. That bus is turning. So it looks like we're good to go. Let's get on with it here. Oh. I can see in my mirror that I'm already going to be hosed up here trying to get out, so we're gonna safely back in again, and we'll see if we can take another run at this. Oh, I stalled it once more. I have advanced transmission turned on, so it can be kind of tricky sometimes. Especially in these tight areas. Hopefully, yeah, of course there's a car coming. Will he leave me enough room? Looks like he'll leave me enough room. Thank you very much. And it looks like I was able to make it out of there. Off we go. Once we get out of Portland here, it'll be a lot easier once we're on the highway. I should note that Portland, Maine doesn't actually look like this. I think they took some artistic license with Portland here because there are like some skyscrapers. Whoa, there's some skyscrapers over there. There are trailer parks up in this area, but there aren't that many. I mean, that's kind of silly. So, I think we're okay here. Eventually, I'll have a shifter cam for you guys, so you guys can see me working the gears. But yeah, you can see like some skyscrapers over there. There aren't skyscrapers like that in Portland, Maine. Not even close. So it's rather interesting to see how they've modeled Portland. We make the turn up onto the highway here. In. Speed limit 75, that's 5 miles an hour more than it should be. Also, they don't allow billboards in Maine, so that would not be realistic. This is the first time I'm seeing this here with you guys, so because I actually just installed this mod last night and got it working and made the trip. I had to make the initial trip from where my old headquarters was out in Los Angeles over to Portland, Maine, so that took quite some time. And so this is the first time I'm seeing all of this. Being north of Portland, you can see the roads are unexplored. So we're cruising right along here at 60 miles an hour. We're gonna actually set our cruise for 75, which appears to be the speed limit here. We're up in 18th gear, so we're just trucking right along. No problems there. It's a 2-lane road, so trucks are allowed in the left lane. And we're going to make use of that, getting around these guys here. Dodge Charger in front of us that's kind of tapping its brakes. So I want to move to the side, go around him, don't want any problems. We'll go around this truck hauling dry goods here. Looks like there's some road construction on the other side. That is realistic. That is very, very Maine right there. full of road construction all times of year. And we'll move it back over so that people can get by if they want. The highway kind of looks like this in Maine. It's a divided highway. There's a nice grass median, usually between the two sides. 95 is actually quite scenic as you get out of the city. Lots of trees, lots of ocean views and stuff like that. You are up near the coast for a while, and then you kind of go inland a bit. So you can see some really interesting stuff. You can see some mountains, you can see some ocean, you can see a lot of trees. It's a very beautiful place to go if you haven't been here before. I would urge you to check it out sometime. Come here on vacation. After all, it is vacation land, so come pay us a visit. I hope you enjoy. We have an interchange here going west. Now, the interesting thing is we don't have an east-west highway. Like, we don't have an east-west interstate in Maine. And that is unsigned, so I don't know what they're thinking that is. Maybe that's like Route 2 or something, State Route 2. Or, excuse me, not State Route 2, U.S. Route 2. I'd have to look at a map to, like, try to compare. But they have this route going basically from what would be like Augusta, the state capital, right up to Canada 73, right up to the border. So I don't know what that road, what they're thinking that road is, but it's not signed with any state route numbers. That's the only other road here in Maine, aside from the city roads. You have Houlton, Bangor, and Portland. I'm surprised they didn't put like Presque Isle, which is like up here, and then Fort Kent, which is up here. Particularly with the Canada mod that I have installed as well. So, very interesting. I feel like there's room for improvement on this coast-to-coast map. I'm using the coast-to-coast mod. Another interesting thing I noticed is that Daytona Beach is not reflected in the coast-to-coast mod either. They have the highway interchange from 95 to 4, which is in Daytona Beach, on the map, so that you can transition from the 95 to the 4. But, as it turns out, they don't actually have Daytona Beach as a city in the game. So, kind of unfortunate, because that's my other home away from home. And it would be nice to be able to make shuttle runs back and forth between Portland and Daytona Beach. So we're quickly approaching Bangor here, and in real life, the trip from Portland to Bangor is about 3.5 hours, 3 to 3.5 hours, depending on your speed. So as you can see, we made the trip in about 5 minutes. It's quite nice, actually. I wish I could drive to and from Bangor in that amount of speed, or in that amount of time, rather. So we're pulling up here in Bangor, and I'm actually just going to drop off the highway real quick, because I want to wow, really fast. I want to just explore and discover a couple of the question blocks that are here. High Sunset Casino. That's kind of funny, because Bangor has one of the 2 casinos in Maine, but it's not called the High Sunset. So it's kind of funny that they have that there. So Bangor here looks a lot like, almost like Freeport, or maybe even Biddeford. Lots of storefronts, shop fronts. Very interesting. Very interesting layout they have here. So we'll keep it to the 30-mile-an-hour speed limit here in Bangor. There's another recruitment agency, which is good. We'll be using those. I'll be using those later to hire more drivers for my company. Right now, we're doing pretty well. I think we have close to 20 drivers spread out across the country, so it's rather nice. Up onto the on-ramp we go. Just now realized my trailer has 3 sets of tandems. Kind of surprised. Had not realized that. I'm not sure if one of those is a liftable axle or not. It sure is. Very interesting. I didn't select that on purpose, but that's just the trailer we ended up with here. So we're going to resume our cruise control at 75. Oh, actually I can't yet because we still need to shift here. There we go. Alright, we're in 18th gear and still headed north. We got about 90 miles left to go, about an hour and a half. So we should be right on time, actually, which is good. We obey the speed limit, don't cause any wrecks, be nice and safe, then we should be able to get there right in time. So we have our destination in sight. You can see it on the mini-map on the sat-nav there. It's just up in the right corner, the little red flag. As we approach Houlton, we'll drop our load off, and then we will attempt to cross over into Canada to turn around. Now, I didn't bring my passport with me, so I don't know if they're going to let me cross the border. We're going to see what happens here when we try to do that. We'll get around this bus, and then we will lane change back over to the right here. So you can see the signs up ahead, Canada, and then Houlton in a quarter of a mile. So we have discovered Houlton. And we have come to a stop. Check the traffic, check the traffic. I don't see anything coming that way. I do have a line of cars coming from the right, though, unfortunately. Alright, looks like after this second white car, I might be alright. Oop, come on, get in gear there. Alright. On our way. This on the left is the Walmart distribution center. Nice and slow here in Houlton. The speed limit's 30, but I'm going to stay right around 25. Just for maneuverability. I don't see a stop sign here. I saw a stop line. But I didn't see a stop sign, so I took that as I had the right of way. Hard to tell. It looks like this isn't a distribution center. It looks like this might actually be a grocery store. Yeah, this is a Walmart grocery store, so we're actually delivering right direct to the store here. So we're going to pull right around the back of the store. And there's our marker. We're going to back into that dock so that they can unload. What we'll do is we'll actually just drop the trailer. So I want to get a nice straight runoff here. Just like that. And we'll see if we can back this in without too much trouble. It's pretty difficult trying to use the mirrors on the cab here because you don't have that sense of depth. But it looks like we might, well, we might be just a bit off. We might be just a bit off to one side, but that was actually fairly good for not really being used to backing with the truck mirrors here. Alright, let's see if we can move this, scooch this trailer over a little bit here. A lot of truck drivers, a lot of real-life truck drivers could back into a dock, no problem. First try every time. But, I don't drive a truck in real life, so it takes me some time. There we are. The marker turned green, so it's in a satisfactory spot. We set our parking brake. We're going to disconnect the trailer, turn up our engine brake while we're in that menu. And here we are. We traveled 234 miles. It took us about 4.5 hours, and we consumed about 50 gallons of fuel. They paid us $10,303, and we ended up with just over 400 XP points. All right, we are on our way back to our company headquarters here in Portland, Maine, right near the Walmart distribution center where we will be picking up our next trailer going to Orlando, Florida, and we will feature that in our next episode here on Stormforce Games. So, as we pull in, we're going to make sure that we get the truck fueled up and that we rest our driver, most importantly. Pull into door 2. We'll stop here, we'll turn our lights off, and we will rest our driver. So it is early in the morning on Saturday, about 5:30 in the morning. And we're going to pull out and fuel our truck up. And the fueling is complete. So that does it for us here on this episode of American Truck Simulator on Stormforce Games. I really want to thank all of you for watching. Again, give this video a thumbs up and a like. Subscribe to the channel if you would be so kind. Leave a comment in the comments section. And if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to leave your comments there as well. And be sure to follow us on Twitch and follow our live streams that will be coming back in June. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and we'll see you again real soon with Episode 2, Portland, Maine to Orlando, Florida. Take care, everyone.